They do want to throw again. Plenty of time for Leck. Goes to the end zone and missed everybody.
And nobody there.
Overshot Cole Ramey. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the Viking 19. Clearly 4-down territory for the Blue Streaks. 54 seconds to go in our first quarter. Vikes leading at 7-0. Really not a ton of possessions in this game for either team. Vikes fumbled it away on their 3rd play of the game, and then were able to score on their 2nd possession. McCoy Cody, the running back. Instead, it's going to be a throw to the end zone and incomplete. Nice defense in the end zone. That could have easily been a touchdown. It looked like Javonte White was the intended target.
He is not afraid to throw it.
And unfortunately, the Vikes, other than that sack by Summers, they really haven't been able to get a whole lot of pressure on Leck, making it pretty easy on him so far. 3rd and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the Viking 19. It's a running play this time. Vikes almost had the running back in the backfield. He escapes one man and then gets swallowed up by about 3 or 4 Viking defenders at the 18-yard line. So on 4th and long, and Neodesha has proven that they can come up with big plays on 4th down. Vikes did hold them on downs on the Blue Streaks' first possession. They probably do not have to run a play, and I think the Neodesha coaches will just use this essentially as a free timeout in between quarters so they can discuss what they want to do on 4th and 8. So that's the end of the first quarter with the Vikes leading Neodesha 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Football on V93.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
Almost time for the start of quarter number 2 here at Marvell Park, with the Vikings leading Neodesha 7-0. It'll be 4th and 8 for the Blue Streaks from the Viking 17-yard line. Real quickly, we want to say thank you to a few of our sponsors bringing you Viking football in 2025. Thank you to Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elm Haven Nursing Home, and Woodridge Estates. Also, Tank Connection, Clemens Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, and Parsons Educational Foundation, bringing you Viking football in 2025. So here we go, 4th and 8 for Neodesha. We'll see what Coach West dials up. Viking, see how aggressive the Viking defense is on this 4th and 8 play. Leck. Yep. The head official points over to the Neodesha. Just pointing over to the sideline, I think. So here we go. 4th and 8. Big play here to start the second quarter. Leck to throw. He's under pressure, and it's knocked away. Great defense by Henson. Intended target was Cole Ramey, and it's a turnover on downs. Vikings take over from around their own 18.
Defense showing up when they need to in the clutch right there. Whew.
And real quickly, I also want to give a shout out to the rest of our sponsors: Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SEK Orthopedic, Doctors Mosier and Meister, and also Idea Tech, bringing you Viking football in 2025. Vikes from their own 18-yard line. Houck takes the snap, hands off to Henson. Nice cutback. He's at the 20, gets around one man down to the 25-yard line, and then a little extracurricular activity back around the 15. No flags thrown. So ball just across the 25-yard line of the Vikes. Again, we are just underway in quarter number 2 with Parsons leading this one 7-0. Vikes trying to move to 2-1 in district play, 3-3 on the season. Houck looks over the defense. Takes the snap, hands off to Henson. He's hit in the backfield, but gets away from one man and powers forward for, I believe, a first down.
I think he got there.
You won't see many guys in the area run harder than Chandler Henson.
Yeah, he's a load to bring down.
And it is enough for a Viking first down. Again, the Vikings won the coin toss before the game. They elected to receive. Now officials getting together for yet another conversation. Is it something to do with the drone, maybe? I think maybe the drone is over the...
Yeah, they're saying something about the drone.
So while there's a stoppage in play, 11:03 to go in the first half. Vikes lead this one 7-0. And they have it 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Triple receivers to the near side. Houck takes the snap, hands it off to Henson. He's caught in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss this time. Nicely done by the Neodesha defense. As much as Henson runs the ball, you won't see very many negative plays.
Yeah, he amazingly in that 4.16 scamper a couple weeks ago, he had a -1 and a -2.
And that was it.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And so loss of 4 on the play, back to the Viking 25. Ford split to the near side. 2nd and 15 for the Vikes. Houck to throw.
Dangerous throw.
Threw it behind Schultz, but a great effort to haul it in for a 5-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and about, this will be 3rd and 9 for the Vikings. Tip of the ball on the 30-yard line. They need to get it out to the 39. Clock on the move, 9:43 to go in the first half. Low scoring affair so far. Vikings leading this one 7-0. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for the Vikes. Parsons moving from our right to our left. Houck from the shotgun. Wants to throw, trying to set up a screen, and Henson dropped it. That was set up beautifully. That was going to be a first down, and dare I say, maybe a touchdown.
That could have been to the house.
You've seen the Vikings run that screen pass with great efficiency most of the year, and that time Henson just got a little too excited, looked away before he had corralled the ball, and now the Vikings will have to kick it away. Tough break, because that was going to be a huge play for the Viking offense. Wyatt Schultz to kick it away. Return man at the Viking, or rather at the Neodesha 41. Low kick, or rather low snap, and then a decent kick by Schultz, and it will be down at the Neodesha 43-yard line. That's where the Blue Streaks will take over with 9:11 left in the first half.
Yeah, defense just needs to continue to stay strong. They're hanging in there. There's been a few plays where, you know, Neodesha looked like on that last drive they had a 15-yard completion and a 16-yard. I mean, they had some chunks, but then they stall out. So if they can get in rhythm, this game could get interesting.
White split to the near side, guarded by Ford. one of the Viking cornerbacks. Looks like a new quarterback. Good running play to McCoy, and he is carrying tacklers for a first down into Viking territory.
That's still Leck. It was number 3 handed off.
Oh, that was Leck. Sure enough. And he gave it to McCoy Cody.
That's a big run.
Very powerful.
That's good enough for a first down, 11-yard run.
Yeah, all the way to the Viking 46-yard line. Just under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Been a hard-fought contest so far. Parsons leading at 7-0. Again, White comes to the near side. Leck in the pistol. He wants to throw. He's under pressure this time, running to the near side. Dangerous pass.
Oh, should have been intercepted.
It should have been incomplete, almost intercepted by Henson. Got through Henson's arms, and then fortunately, Ramey was not able to corral it. It hit the ground first. But that was good to see Leck have to be on the run. He's been a little too comfortable in the pocket, Tony.
Dakari Jones almost ran him down, too. He was breathing down his neck. I know he could sense he was behind him because he was running for his life straight at us.
2nd and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the Viking 46. Running play right up the middle, and that's going to be a first down for Cody. He's been very impressive on this drive. First down all the way to the Viking 34-yard line.
Yeah, that's just a strong run. Right up the gut.
Forbes and Largent check in for the Viking defense. You have Roebuck split to the left, White wide right. Leck stays in the pistol. Gives it to Cody. And this time,
nothing.
Yeah, they wrap him up after about a yard gain. They're doing a lot of motion, Tony, acting as if they might run a jet sweep and then just handing it right up the middle to McCoy Cody. But I have a feeling at some point they're going to go ahead and run that jet sweep and see if they can catch the Vikings napping on the edge. Blue Streak offense up to the line of scrimmage. Parsons leading Neodesha 7-0, 7:45 to go in the first half. Leck to pass and overshot his intended target. Cameron White, the junior, had no chance to pull that one in. 3rd and 9 coming up for Neodesha. Again, in case you weren't listening earlier, there's a really good chance that whoever wins this game will be rewarded with a home game in the first round of the postseason. Obviously, with a few games left, too early to call anything, but the way the schedule is shaping up, that definitely could be how things play out. Here we go on 3rd and 9. Leck to throw under a little bit of pressure. And we have a flag thrown. Ball is complete for a first down. Hopefully maybe an ineligible man downfield. No, holding is the call on Neodesha. So fortunately it's coming back. But I tell you, these receivers for Neodesha, they have the ability to elevate. They've made some great plays here in the first half. So the Vikes maybe catch a break.
That's a big one there.
Brings the ball back to the Parsons 43-yard line. And Neodesha, they need to get just inside the 20-yard line, basically right at the 19. For a first down. We'll see what they dial up on 3rd and long. They want to throw deep over the middle.
Intercepted.
And then a pitch. Intercepted and then pitch to Schultz. He's up to the 40 and knocked out at about the 44. I was blocked again by a support post. I believe it was Henson with the interception. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, Henson
and then pitched it to
Schultz.
Schultz.
That was a big play.
So off the interception, another nice drive by Neodesha. Comes up empty. Viking defense does it again.
Wow.
They're going to mark Schultz out at the 45.
Hats off to Jaron Dixon stepping in.
Yeah.
Being defensive coordinator now. He's down there rallying the troops right now. So good for him.
So 7:08 to go in the first half, and given the fact that Neodesha will get the second half kickoff, love to see the Vikings get a 2-possession lead. Here's that jumbo formation that was so effective. Out, hands off to Henson. They're trying to strip it from him.
Wow.
Triple teamed, gang tackled after a gain of about 2.
2-yard gain, that's tough.
That's a lot of work for 2 yards. So this time Jones heads to the sideline, Dakari Jones, along with Joel Schultz, 6 foot, 290-pound lineman. He came off a little gimpy, so hopefully he's okay. Son Schultz will be split wide right. Ford comes to the near side. Hauk looking over that defense. Boy, they're crowding the line of scrimmage like they may blitz. It's a running play. Henson to the 50, 45. We've got a flag. It's probably coming back. Came from the back judge. Probably going to be a hold on the Vikings. Yep, sure enough.
Yep, he got to that edge quick.
So clock stopped, 6:15 to go in the first half. You know, Tony, there have been both offenses have shown life, but because of penalties and a couple of turnovers, it's a low-scoring game. I have a feeling we may see scoring increase in the second half.
Yeah, once some of these kids get tired, it could break loose. Either way, really.
So that penalty backs the Vikings all the way up to their own 37-yard line. They need to get to the Neodesha 45 for a first down. So 2nd and 18. Hauk gives it to Henson on a draw. Gets through the first wave, gets across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. And that'll make it a much more manageable third down situation. It'll be 3rd and about 9 for the Vikings.
I feel like if the Vikings can get 5 yards or more on this play and it's like 4th and 2 or 3, I think they'll go for it. Because, I mean, their defense has shown that they can shut them down. So I think this could, depending on this play right here, could definitely be 4-down territory. Not sure about a 4th and 9, but
right.
But a 3rd or 4th and 3 or 4th and 2 if they don't get it.
Nobody deep, really, for the Neodesha defense. Vikes with a quick throw, caught by Schultz, and he gets away from his man. He's at the 40, inside the 40 for a first down. Big pickup on 3rd down for the Vikes.
15-yard to Schultz. Yeah, Schultz with 3 receptions already in the game for 31 yards.
Yeah, you know, he's not the biggest receiver you'll ever see, Tony, but he's crafty. He's got a good set of hands on him and just has made a lot of big plays for the Viking offense this year. Clock down to 4:45 to go in the first half. Parsons leading this one 7-0. Henson on Hauk's left shoulder. Have a feeling Henson might get his number called again. Sure enough, over right tackle, and he plows forward. Takes about 4 or 5 blue streaks to bring him down at the 36-yard line. And we have a blue streak down to Jay Schlegel, the junior, slow to get up. Coaches and trainers quickly out to check on the young man. Again, 4:20 to go here in the first half. Parsons leading Neodesha 7-0. Vikings facing a 2nd and 8. from the Neodesha 36. Good news, Schlegel limping, but he's going to be able to get off the field under his own power, so that's a good sign for Neodesha. Viking offense getting some instruction from their coaching staff. Tony, it'd be great if they could run a few more minutes off the clock and punch it into the end zone, have a 2-touchdown lead going into the locker room. Neodesha defense back out on the field, and here comes the Viking offense. In between this district game and the one against Columbus, got a long road trip up to Atchison next Friday night. Viking offense up to the line of scrimmage, facing a third and 8 across the way.
Should be second.
Yeah, should be second. Let's see if they get that fixed.
Yeah, he turned around, so.
Sure enough. I thought the scoreboard was right, and it was. So here we go, 2nd and 8. Hauk. Quick pass to Schultz. He's got it. 25-20, gets drilled at the 19. First down for Wyatt Schultz and the Vikes.
Another 16 yards for Schultz.
Nothing fancy, just a quick slant.
Yeah, we'll take it.
It's almost like both defenses are saying, we're just going to keep everything in front of us.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't want to get beat deep.
Yeah, if you give them that 7-8 yard buffer, I mean, yeah, they're coming in a little closer now to Schultz.
1st and 10 for the Vikes from the Neodesha 19-yard line, leading 7-0. Running play to Henson. Spins away from one man, powers forward, still on his feet down to the 10-yard line.
Wow, what a tackle.
And then slammed down around the 9-yard line, and I think it's going to be 1st and goal. My goodness, what a run by Henson. I thought he was down.
11-yard run.
After about a 4 or 5 yard gain, and he just refused to go down, and it was enough for a first down. So just inside the 9-yard line, it'll be 1st and goal for the Vikes. Clock stopped momentarily, 3:28 to go. They wind the clock. And now maybe a timeout by Neodesha. Yep, the Blue Streaks call a defensive timeout. 3:24 to go in the first half. Vikes lead at 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Football on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Welcome back to Marvel Park, everybody. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. 3:24 to go in the first half. Vikes on the move, leading Neodesha 7-0. Vikes have it 1st and goal just inside the Neodesha 9-yard line. Each team has turned it over once here in the first half. Traditional turnover. Neodesha's turned it over on downs a couple of times. Vikes had one fumble, and Neodesha threw an interception. Viking offense. Here we go, Tony. That little jumbo formation.
Yep.
Almost, it's essentially a wishbone formation. Let's see who gets it. They give it to Henson over left tackle. He barrels forward to the 5, and he is going to get into the end zone standing up. It is a touchdown for the Vikes with 3:20 to go in the first half. They now lead at 13-0.
Yeah, that's just a power run. Just great effort by Chandler Henson to get through that line, and he's just so strong.
Reel out to attempt the extra point. Split the uprights on his first attempt. And Vikes trying to improve to 3-3 on the year and 2-1 in district play. Snap a little high. Kick is away, and it's good. It's another thing we've seen improve throughout the years, the Viking kicking game.
Yeah.
And with 3:20 to go in the first half, Vikes lead at 14-0. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking football on V93. Three minutes, 20 seconds to go in the first half. Your Parsons Vikings leading Neodesha 14-0. Vikings preparing to kick off. Blue Streaks will get the second half kickoff as well. So, you know, they'd love a chance to maybe double dip here. They have 2 timeouts in their hip pocket and 3 minutes and 20 seconds to work with.
And they like to throw the ball, which, I mean, helps whenever you don't have a whole lot of time, because when you run the ball, it's just clock running.
Yeah, and they've shown the ability to throw the ball, you know, to get it to Roebuck or White. They've had some pretty big plays here in the first half, but no points to show for it. Real short end over end kick, fumbled and covered up at about the 26, 27 yard line. That's about as good as anything the Vikes could have hoped for on that.
Yeah, that ball was spinning. One of those that if you don't catch it clean, you're gonna fumble it every time.
Blue Streaks have it 1st and 10 from their own 27 yard line. McCoy Cody had some nice runs right up the middle. Other than that, they haven't been able to do a whole lot on the ground. They have done some damage through the air, but although they do have the 1 interception. Lachlan Roebuck comes to the near side. I formation for the Blue Streaks. Running play over left tackle goes nowhere.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards.
Yep, up to the 29, so it is a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Streaks.
Yeah, Chandler Henson has 70 yards and a touchdown. Jones has 42 yards and a touchdown. So over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns for the Vikings already.
Maxton Cole will be split wide left for the Blue Streaks. I formation. A little option play. They kick it out to White. This is going to be a nice play. First down.
Wow.
And a big hit over at the Neodesha bench. Get it out to the 39 yard line for a first down. 2:35 to go in the first half. Again, Parsons leading this one 14-0. Blue Streaks 4-1 on the year. Vikings sitting at 2-3. This time Maxton Cole comes to the near side. Blue Streaks stay in the I formation. Play action pass. Dangerous pass, and it is nearly intercepted.
Close.
Boy, it fell in between about 3 Vikings after a great tip.
Yeah, Andre
by
Ford got way up high and tipped it. And, man, it was nearly picked off.
Like the ball hung in the air for about 2 seconds and then just fell in between a host of Vikings.
Javante White was the intended receiver there, and they were both up there, but Ford just got his fingers in there a little bit higher.
Yeah, it's a pretty good vertical he displayed on that one. Neodesha sends 3 receivers to the near side. It's going to be a running play over the left side. This is going to be a big run for a first down by McCoy Cody. He's had some nice runs here in the first half for the Blue Streaks, and they are now in Viking territory at the Parsons 48. And still plenty of time, 2:03 to go in the first half and 2 timeouts for the Blue Streaks. So it's not like they just have to start airing it out. Viking defense is just going to have to step up like they've done all game, figure out a way to get a stop.
I have the Blue Streaks 61 yards rushing and right at 70 yards passing. So they've moved the ball.
Yeah, they've had some good possessions, just no points so far. 1st and 10, and we have possibly either a false start, maybe a delay of game. Yep, false start. That'll back the Blue Streaks up 5 yards, put them back on their side of the 50. Again, Vikings in action next week up in Atchison. Last year's game didn't go very well against the Phoenix. I think it was 42-0 at halftime, but they're down compared to what they were last year. I think they're 3-2 or 3-3 on the year. I want to say 3-2 going into tonight's game. So from 1st and 15 for the Blue Streaks, give it to Cody, and not much this time. I'm going to spot him right around the 49-yard line. Clock continues to move. At midfield, you know that Neodesha is still thinking touchdown here, but they're still going to save both of their timeouts for at least one more play.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You don't want to give Parsons the ball back with too much time either.
Yeah, they're not showing a ton of urgency, but you know they're just kind of minute and a half, clock on the move. Those 2 timeouts make all the difference in the world. So they have plenty of time here, especially the way they're able to move the ball through the air. Passing attempt here, deep down the middle, or rather to the far sideline, and just beyond the outstretched fingertips of the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and 13.
Yeah, if he would have caught that in stride, that definitely would have been a touchdown. I think that was Jax. Was that Jax Ramey? Maybe?
I think it was. If so, he's just a freshman. So 3rd and 13, and this is kind of where Neodesha has done a lot of their damage, Tony, at 3rd and long and 4th and long. And, they're going to burn a timeout with the clock standing still, Tony, so they probably had some confusion.
Yeah, on the third and long, you want to make sure you have the right play here.
Well, we have a break in the action. We'll say thank you once again to our sponsors bringing you Viking football in 2025. Thank you to Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elmhaven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Tank Connection, Clemens Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SEK Orthopedic, Doctors Mosier and Meister, and Idea Tech, all bringing you Viking football in 2025. So let's see what the Viking defense wants to dial up. 3rd and 13, Neodesha looking to keep this drive alive. They want to throw as expected, right over the middle. It's complete. And then a big hit around the Viking 45 and a decent pickup down to about the Viking 43 or 44. So a very manageable 4th down coming up for the Blue Streaks. Clock stopped with 1:05 to go in the first half. Again, Parsons leading this one 14-0. Now they wind the clock. So now we are down to exactly 1 minute to go. Neodesha up to the line of scrimmage, facing about a 4th and 5 from the Viking 43. There's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's running to the near side. He's in all kinds of trouble, and it's almost intercepted, but it's incomplete at the 50-yard line. I think that was O'Banion.
Don O'Banion
Got in there. That play had no chance, and it is a turnover on downs. And now with all of their timeouts, the Vikings have great field position, 41.9 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, the way Real's kicking the ball tonight,
Yeah.
Scott, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you get, 40 yards, you got a chance. I mean, where are they spotting the ball at?
It's going to be at the Viking
44?
43, 44, right in there.
Okay. So, yeah, you definitely need to get 30 to 40 yards to even have a legitimate chance, I would say. But, yeah, like you said, with all your timeouts, if you throw some quick passes, call some timeouts.
And now what are they
What
doing?
are they
Tony?
doing?
Why are they moving it?
I don't
I
know.
can't. I can't remember what the line of scrimmage was. That's what they're trying to determine.
I think it was. Wow, I'm trying to think too what it was.
The pass was the pass was incomplete.
So yeah, it's definitely the
So-
43.
So just a little confusion there, but the officiating crew gets it figured out, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 43. Vikes don't throw deep very often, Tony, but see what Coach Scheibe wants to do, because, again, not much of a cushion this time by the Neodesha defense. And they are going to go deep, looking for Ford. Well, the defender did not even attempt to find the ball,
Wow.
and that's what the Parsons coaching staff asking for a flag. Basically face guarded the receiver, which I know in NFL professional, that's definitely a flag, and I think it is supposed to be at the
Jaden
high school.
Huckabee's sitting here talking to the Parsons coaches.
Yes, he was. So tough break for the Vikings.
Well, they're calling a penalty on the Vikings. There must have been a hold or something.
Well, so that was so now we'll miss.
So it's a mute conversation there, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we could have had offsetting penalties. Now with the 10-yard holding penalty, we'll see if Coach Scheibe is just content to get to the locker room with that 14-0 lead.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything crazy here.
They've got 4 receivers, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just give the ball to Henson. And that's what they do. Henson following his blocker, 35-40. Look at him, 45-50. And he's going to be brought down right at midfield. And now a timeout called with 24.8 seconds to play in the first half. Preston Heitman.
So 3.
He's played just a little bit of quarterback, Tony. He can
sling
launch it. He can sling it down the field.
So 3.5 yards, 3rd and 3.5. What it looks like.
And now, if I just heard somebody say that there's a flag on the field.
I didn't see it, but
So
maybe there is.
face mask.
Oh wow! So this is gonna be first down then.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down for the Vikings. And I think at high school it's always 15 yards. Nope, I take that back.
Just
Obviously
a 5.
not. Just a 5-yard face
That's
mask
good
penalty.
enough for a first down though. They should move the chains.
Yeah, they need to move the chains. It's a first down at the Neodesha 46-yard line. 24.8 seconds is what the Vikings have to work with. The scoreboard says 3 timeouts, but I believe the Vikings actually have 2. I think they just burned one. Again, it's Preston Heitman in at quarterback. I know he's got at least 1 touchdown pass to his credit this year. He can really sling the ball. He's just a sophomore, and he does want to throw. He's going to go deep. Looking, and now that's got to be a flag.
Wow. That's a face guard again.
No flag. Dan, I'll have to.
They're talking. The 2 refs in the back are talking.
Yeah, I'm going to get together with some of the coaches and find out what constitutes pass interference at the high school level, because I don't know. I thought
Both of those looked like they were
certainly borderline. So now it says first down across the way, but it has to be second down,
Yeah,
because
it's
that was an
second
incomplete
down.
pass.
Yeah, they flipped it.
And now a timeout by the Vikings. 19.6 seconds to go. Vikes lead up 14-0. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be right back. You're listening to Viking Football on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Back live at Marvel Park, just 19 seconds to go in the first half. Parsons leading Neodesha 14-0. Vikes have it 2nd and 10 from their own 46. Tony, I'll let you play offensive coordinator. What do you think the Vikes are going to do here?
I mean, I think they can do a little, either like a little screen pass or even like a slant. But if Heitman's still in there, they might try to go deep again. That's Houck in there.
Yeah,
so
Houck back in.
I'd say Schultz, maybe like a little crossing pattern, try to get loose. And, I mean, they got the timeouts. So, when we thought they called the timeout, it was that face mask that stopped the clock.
Gotcha.
So, they still have 2 timeouts in 19 seconds. So, they can pretty much throw it anywhere on the field. They just need to get a couple of pretty good chunks, a couple of 15-yard pass plays to get a chance to throw it in the end zone.
So here we go, about 20 seconds to go for the Vikes here in the first half, leading up 14-0, 2nd and 10. Send Henson out into the flat, and he's going to be shot down at about the 50-yard line. Yet what happened was Houck had trouble getting a grip on the ball, and he had to flinch, hesitated just a second, and gave the Neodesha defense enough time to converge on Henson. So
this might be.
So this is either going to be a kneel down or put Heitman in and let him see how far he can throw the ball. Maybe you can get a pass interference. 1 timeout left for the Vikings, 1 timeout left for Neodesha. Been a pretty good first half, all in all. 1 turnover for each team. Both defenses have played some nice plays. Both offenses have had some nice drives. Fortunately for the Vikings, they've been the only team that's been able to find the end zone.
Yeah, yardage-wise, it's pretty close. I mean, I haven't added it up yet, but it's, I think, within 20 yards of being, of having the same yardage on both teams. But the Vikings just have gotten it in the end zone twice.
Yeah, it's going to be Heitman in at quarterback, so we'll see how far he can fling this thing. Line of scrimmage is basically midfield. 3rd and 14 for the Vikes from their own, or rather from the 50. Heitman launches it way downfield looking for Ford. And boy, I think he got a hand on it.
Nothing
and incomplete.
I think it's just good defense.
That was good. That was good coverage by the cornerback from Neodesha. Now just 1.9 seconds and 4th down. You might as well do it again, Tony. Just do the same thing. We saw the arm strength right there, but now they're going to bring Houck in. I'm a little bit surprised. I don't know why you wouldn't just let Heitman
throw it again. Yeah,
chuck it again, because this is obviously going to be the last play of the half. I think what they're going to do is just have Houck back up a few steps, make sure that 1.9 seconds expires, and then take a knee. Houck looks over the defense, takes the snap, and it's a running play to Henson, and he goes nowhere, and halftime is here. With your score, Parsons 14 and Neodesha 0. So we will send it back to the station. Karen, if you want to send it back to us at 8:20, and then we'll be back with the halftime show. Again, your halftime score, Parsons 14, Neodesha 0. You're listening to Viking football on V93.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTek has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTek has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTek, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees. Then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTek.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive examinations and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Hi, I'm Shelby, one of the pharmacists at Bowen Pharmacy. Not only do we keep you up to date on your COVID and flu vaccines, but we also offer pneumonia, shingles, hepatitis, meningitis, tetanus, and whooping cough vaccines. Based on the latest CDC guidelines, we can recommend the vaccines to keep you and your family healthy. Thank you for always choosing Bowen Pharmacy. We're here today and we'll be here tomorrow.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the four-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Downs.
Yep.
And then we had the interception by Henson, and then he pitched it.
That's right.
And
Vikings got great field position.
And we had to go 55 yards for that touchdown, and it was capped off by Henson's 9-yard touchdown run.
Yeah. So that's, hats off to the to the Vikings for taking advantage of what yards we did get to score touchdowns.
Yeah.
And obviously they haven't taken advantage of their 150 yards of offense to have any points.
Yeah, for people who are joining us late, I think on the third play from scrimmage, Neota Shea forced Henson into a fumble. They stripped him right at midfield. But, hats off to the Viking defense. I think Neota Shea got a couple of first downs, and then the drive stalled. Vikings got him out. A turnover on downs, and the defense, they've given up some yards through the air, and they've given up a handful of big runs, but it's kind of been just a little bit of that bend but don't break mentality for the Vikings, through the first half, and you always like to see Neota Shea will get the kickoff to begin the second half. And if the Vikings can get a quick 3 and out, and go down and score, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Neodesha the rest of the night.
Yeah, we had – so Neodesha one time got the ball, I believe it was on their own 48, back-to-back plays, a 15-yard pass, 17-yard pass, got it all the way down to our 20, and then just – I think they got a incomplete pass and a 2-yard run and then 2 incomplete pass.
Yep.
You know, and it's just things like that, you know. So they also had a 21-yard pass, you know, early on. So they have the ability to move the ball.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's obvious.
I mean, I'm sure their coaches are telling them in the locker room, hey, don't even look at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Let's go move the ball and score some points and see what happens. And I mean, I'm very, very fond of the Vikings, but if Neodesha can score on his first drive, I would it could be a complete different game. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, for sure. I mean, 2 possessions is nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
when you have a full half to go, so the Vikings just need to come out and keep playing solid defense. One thing I'm going to keep my eye on. You know, Neodesha pretty efficient through the air. They did have the 1 interception, but I don't think the Vikings dialed up hardly any blitzes in the first half, and I'm just wondering if they're not saving that for the second half because, you know,
the one
was
sack
awfully comfortable in the pocket.
1 sack by O'Banion that was a huge one on third down.
And I think Summers
on the very first, and then Summers from the edge. Other than that, Dakari Jones was chasing the quarterback one time on a pass. But besides those 3 plays, Leck was able to do anything he wanted.
Yeah, he was very, very confident. He didn't get hounded a whole lot in that first half. So we'll see if the Viking make any defense. Now that said, you look up at the scoreboard and it's a shutout.
It's a shutout.
You know, so even though
a shutout. Yeah.
Even though they gave up some yards through the air, they did what they had to do and kept him out of the end zone. So Neodesha kickoff team, return team, I should say, back out on the field. And that's going to wrap it up for our Eye Care Associate halftime show, brought to you by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore, and Ray. Real will have the ball teed up at the 40-yard line as we get ready for second half action. White and Cody, the deep men for the Blue Streak, standing on their own 20-yard line. And here we go, Real. Pooch kick, fielded at the 25. Ball carrier reverses direction and nowhere to go.
Oh, I thought he fumbled it.
Yeah, I thought he'd fumbled it as well, but it must have been an optical illusion. So, and that was actually Terrence Lowry. I thought it was number 4 back there, but it was 41. Terrence Lowry, a senior. So, decent field position for the Blue Streaks. They'll start out right around their own 32, 33-yard line, it looks like. And they will send Roebuck out here to the near side. Largent racing onto the field at the last second for the Viking defense. Leck keeps it himself on the option play. Now he has nowhere to go. Reverses direction. He's going to have a little bit of an opening over here on the far side, and he's going to have the first down.
12 yards there.
No containment on the back side there for the Vikings. They kind of over-pursued. And it's going to be a first down for the Blue Streaks on essentially a busted play. I think Leck essentially wanted to pitch it to his running back. Then he just ended up reversing direction. Could have easily been a big loss on the play. Instead, it's a first down for Neodesha. Again, Roebuck comes to the near side. Leck. There's a bit of a jet sweep. We've been waiting on that, and it's a nice play for a first down. So 2 big plays to start the second half for the Blue Streaks.
12-yard, 11-yard back-to-back to start the second half. Yeah, defense just going to have to step up.
Coach Scheibe not very pleased with that turn of events. He's out giving the defense a piece of his mind. 1st and 10 for Neodesha. They're into Viking territory now at the Parsons 43-yard line. Leck in the pistol. Again on a jet sweep, and man, hard running inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. I think that was
7 yards there.
Cameron White on the carry, and this Neodesha offense, Tony, you mentioned how well they moved the ball in the first half. Just had no points on the scoreboard, and man, once again, right out of the gate here in the third quarter.
3 carries, 30 yards.
So 2nd down and about 3.5 yards to go. Ball spotted inside the Viking 42.
This has been about where they've gotten and just kind of stalled out every time.
I formation. Roebuck will be the lone receiver, split wide left. Give it to the tailback over the right side. He's got the 1st down and more as he's into the secondary before getting tripped up at the 25-yard line. So all in all, this is the most impressive drive of the evening for Neodesha.
Yeah, 41 yards in 4 plays.
And we've got a timeout by the Vikings. They go ahead and call a quick defensive timeout. I don't think Coach Scheibe pleased at all with what he sees as a lackluster effort coming out of the locker room. He is really laying in to his defensive unit, who has played exceptionally well this season. But they kind of Neodesha taking it to him right now in the opening minutes of the second half. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the Viking 25. Kari Jones trots onto the field for the Vikes, replacing Sean O'Banion. 10:19 to go in the third quarter. Vikings leading this one 14-0, but it has been an impressive drive by the Blue Streaks. It's about as far as they've gotten into Viking territory on the night. I formation, Leck under center, takes the snap, play action pass, rolls to the right.
Out of bounds.
Throws down to the near sideline, caught, but yep, you're right, Tony. Receiver was out of bounds. You know, another great catch, though. I tell you, those receivers have some great hands for Neodesha. That was Javante White as the intended target. So 2nd down and 10, 10:13 to go in the third quarter. See if that Viking defense can come up with a stop here. Neodesha offense has given them some fits at times, but all in all, the Viking defense has always come out on top, and that's why they're pitching a shutout here early in the second half. Pitch play to the left side, first time we've seen that, and unable to find the edge is Cameron White, and there's going to be a loss on the play. Nice pursuit by the Viking defense. Sometimes all you need is your head coach to lay into you, Tony, to wake you up a little bit.
Yeah, I guess whatever he said worked. So that's a loss of 3.
Backs it up to about the 28-yard line. Yeah, so loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Blue Streaks. This will be 4-down territory. They'll line up in the I formation. I would expect a pass play here, though. Nope, they give it to the tailback right up the middle, and it's a nice gain.
What a run.
Down to about the 21-yard line. It's going to be short, but, man, that was a nice blocking up front by the Neodesha offensive line, and now a very manageable 4th down coming up from the Viking 21-yard line. Going to be 4th and 6. And as well as they throw the ball, I wouldn't be surprised if they're able to pick this up. Viking defense, see if they can stand tall here. They've gotten Neodesha out on downs a handful of times. Here we go, 4th and about 6. It's a running play on 4th and 6, and it's a 1st down inside the 15. Referee gets knocked down. Looks like he's going to be okay. How about that, Tony? 4th and 6, and they run the ball.
I think they've seen something to where, is there a flag down, or is he just checking on the guy?
Actually, I do see some yellow.
Or the referee get hit.
Let's see, they're having a discussion. And it is on Neodesha. Wow, what a huge call. Because they had picked up the first down, but. And I didn't even see the call for sure, Tony. Was it a hold?
I didn't see it either.
I saw them point in the direction of Neodesha. Let's see how many. If it's a hold, it would be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
If they go from the 20s, they're going to take it back to the 30. He's stepping it off from
around the 16 or 17. Well, we can't
well,
really tell. And
I've got
a support post in my way. 8:44 to go in the third quarter. Vikings leading at 14-0. Looked like Neodesha just picked up a huge fourth down conversion. Instead, they are going to be backed up to the 31-yard line. So now it's 4th and 16, and they are more than capable of picking that up through the air. See if the Viking defense, they caught a break there. See if they can get a stop on 4th and 16. Three receivers to the near side.
Down here.
As expected, throw. And here comes the blitz. Quick throw, intercepted at the 20-yard line. And I tell you, that was a touchdown-saving tackle by the intended receiver. He gets up a little slow, but there was nobody between Henson and the end zone other than the intended target, Cameron White.
Wow.
So Henson with his second interception of the night. And Vikes will take over on their own 21. So once again, Tony, Neodesha with a great drive. That time they shot themselves in the foot with that holding penalty, and they come away empty-handed.
Yeah, it's just been the story of the night. It's just every time they get down close to the red zone, it's just, I don't know if the play calling's different or what, but they're not getting it done.
There's that jumbo package. They give it to Jones. Falls forward for about a yard gain. That was about as well as Neodesha has defended that formation all night. 2nd down and 9 coming up. It's taking me back to the 1980s, Tony, with that. They're not running the wishbone, but it has a wishbone look when they come up to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 9 for the Vikes. 8 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Vikes leading this one 14-0. They go with the same formation. Hauk to Henson this time. Powers forward, still churning his legs up to about the 28 or 29-yard line. Be a 2 or 3 yards shy of the first down marker.
7-yard gain there. Like 3rd and 2.5 maybe.
Yeah, they didn't give him as much yardage as I thought he had. Same formation. We'll call it 3rd and about 3. Keep it on the ground, and this time it is a first down for Henson to the 34-yard line.
Wow. And if he keeps getting in chunks like that, I would one time do a fake it to him and then do a pass.
Ooh. It's like we're having a official timeout. Yeah, Tony, the Vikings are in that so-called jumbo formation. They've got a 290-pound, I think it was official timeout, 290-pound lineman.
Yeah. Joel Schultz there in the backfield. Yeah, if he's blocking for you, I mean, he's going to make some way there. Oh, there's a hurt Viking, Sean O'Banion. That's what the timeout was for.
Yeah, okay, it was an injury timeout. O'Banion looks like he's going to be okay. He's a little gimpy as he gets to the sideline.
I had the post in the way. I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I didn't see the injury either. Now they're trying to reset the clock, but I don't know what. So 6:52, but we're probably going to reset the clock. Wow, they're putting another
38
seconds on the clock because nobody saw the injury timeout up here in the press box. Same formation for the Vikings. They've had quite a bit of success with this. Henson and Jones out there for the Vikes. Joel Schultz, the lead blocker. They give it to Henson, and he just powers forward for a nice gain up to about the 38, 39 yard line.
yards. Yeah. I mean, if you're getting 5 yards a carry, I mean, you got to keep going.
Yeah, you just have a feeling that Scheibe, with this 2-touchdown lead about halfway through the third quarter, it looks like he is thinking about, let's wear this defense down.
And run some clock.
And you never know. You keep doing this. All of a sudden, you might slip a tight end out into the secondary and get it, and that's offsides. How is that not a flag? Anyway, here goes Dakari Jones looking for the edge at the 40, gets stood up.
Wow.
And then takes about 6 guys, but they drive him backwards. I sure thought I saw a neutral zone infraction.
It looked odd.
So they're going to say that Jones' forward progress stopped just across the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Vikes. It says 2nd down across the way. There they get it switched over. 3rd down and about 3.
Yep.
3.5 maybe. And
same
wishbone type formation for the Vikes. Hauk under center, takes the snap. He fumbles the snap, falls on it to save the possession, and now we'll see if Scheibe wants to kick it away. One of the Vikings slow to get up.
I think it's Schultz.
Yeah, it was Schultz. Hauk over to the sidelines. It's 4th and about 6, and the Vikings are going to kick it away. I think this is probably the right move. You're inside your own 40. You have a 14-0 lead. Defense has given up some yards, but no points. So I think, and Schultz has been a reliable punter this season for the Vikes.
Oh, no.
And a pretty heavy rush.
Wow.
Gets the kick away, and it fortunately takes a great roll for the Vikes. And they're going to throw a flag. And I don't know if
Kane Leon.
I don't know if that's the right call or not. I never saw a fair catch or anything.
Kane Leon went over and bumped him.
So
I think it's one of those, Scott, that they probably didn't see what the first guy did. The second guy always gets caught.
That is true.
They might have.
But it's going to be a 15-yard personal foul on the Vikes. So all of a sudden, just kind of average field position for Neota Shea is going to turn into great starting field position all the way out close to midfield. The Neota Shea 47.
Yeah, there really wasn't any sense in that because the ball was coming to a rest, and it was right in front of a ref, too.
Yeah, it was. Defense is held up all night long. We'll see if they can do it again here. Vikings leading at 14-0, 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Running play goes for about 3 yards right up to midfield. Official on the near side is going to come in, mark it closer to the 49, but the guy who actually spotted the ball says no, it's at the 50. So gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Blue Streaks. They've been fighting hard all night long, just have not been able to figure out a way to get the ball into the end zone. Tate Leck gets the offense up to the line of scrimmage, I formation, Roebuck split to the near side. They give it to the tailback, and he falls forward into Viking territory all the way up to the 46. Cameron White on the carry. So 3rd and short coming up. A long 2 maybe, and now a
cramping up.
Yeah, it looks like we do have a little cramping issue.
I think one of the Neota Shea guys has helped stretch him out.
I think so.
Helped him out just enough so he can get off the field. So it worked out.
think it was Caden Forbes might have cramped up a little bit. Didn't get a good look at the jersey number, but young man was able to trot off to the sideline with no problem, so that's good news for the Vikes. 3rd and about 3 for Neodesha from the Viking 46. Parsons leading this one 14-0 with 4:18 to go in quarter number 3. Again, I formation. Fullback gets it, and it's an easy first down inside the 40. McCoy Cody.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good night.
Yeah, he's a good little running back. And he's just a junior, so he'll be back next season for the Blue Streaks.
Almost all their players. They only got four seniors.
And they got a lot of guys playing both sides. You can tell that not a very big roster for Neodesha. 1st and 10 from the Viking 37. I formation. A little bit of a problem on the handoff, but it doesn't matter. It's a big gain around the left side inside the 20-yard line. Now they're going to say he stepped out maybe at the 21. So 1st and 10 as this Neodesha offense continues to impress. But the Viking defense continues to shine as well because they have always had an answer when Neodesha gets deep into Viking territory.
Yep, this is about the farthest they've gotten. I think they got to the 18 earlier.
Yep. So I formation, Neodesha 1st and 10 from the Viking 21. They give it to the tailback, and this time he is tripped up after a 1-yard gain, 20-yard line. I believe Xander Gabbert, the sophomore, got the ankle tackle. So 2nd down and 9 for the Blue Streaks. Clock on the move, 3:15 to go in quarter number 3. Parsons leading at 14-0. That's where we were at halftime. Blue Streaks send Roebuck. Check that, Javante White to the near side. Bit of a jet sweep, and this is going to be a big play. 15-10, and tackled right at the 10. And that's probably going to be 1st and goal. So for the first time tonight, 1st and goal for Neodesha. So they'll have 4 cracks at getting it into the end zone here. Offense up to the line of scrimmage. White comes to the near side. Cody, the lone running back. They give it to him, and he powers forward all the way down to the 2-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal. Bend but don't break has been the mantra for the Viking defense tonight, but man, this drive certainly looks like Neodesha is finally going to finish this one and punch it into the end zone. We'll see what the Viking defense can come up with. They look a little fatigued, Tony. They've been out on the field a good chunk of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Neodesha almost 90 yards all running in this 3rd quarter.
I formation, they give it to the tailback. He's hit at the 1 and taken down. So 3rd and goal coming up from the 1-yard line. White unable to punch it in. So 2 opportunities here for Neodesha to gain 1 yard.
At 93 yards is what I have for them unofficially. It's all on the ground, no passing.
Oh, now this is a new quarterback. Quarterback keeper, it's an easy touchdown for Javante White, and Neodesha finally on the scoreboard with 1:25 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now Parsons 14, Neodesha 6. And Neodesha down 8 is going to, looks like they're going to go for 1.
Yeah, their kicker that kicked off the beginning of the game had a boot on him.
Yeah, this is Cameron White. Javante White will be the holder. Vikes almost block it, and it's no good, and that could come up big in the fourth quarter. So 1:25 to go in quarter number 3. It's Parsons 14, Neodesha 6. We'll be back to the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking football on B93.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating voltage storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Back live at Marvel Park. Beautiful night for football. 66 degrees. 1:25 to go in quarter number 3. Neodesha with their first score of the night. 14-6. Parsons leading by 8.
I'd like to see a big return here.
Yeah, Vikings like to see the offense really get clicking here going into the fourth quarter. Cameron White has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Don't think they would try an onside at this point, but you never know. Nope, they do kick it deep. It's a good kickoff. Looks like Schultz at about the 12-yard line. He's got a nice return, 30, 35, 40, 45. One man to beat, 40, and knocked out of bounds around the 32-yard line. An absolutely huge return, Tony. That is exactly what you had asked for. And Wyatt Schultz comes up big. And a flag back at the Viking 40-yard line.
Oh, no.
Well away from the play. Wow. Illegal block on the Vikings. And Tony, it was probably not necessary. I'd have to see it on a replay, but I have a feeling it probably had nothing to do with that great return.
Wow.
Man. Crowd was fired up, and now the Vikes, the flag was around the 40, so that probably means the line of scrimmage is going to be around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be about a 60-yard penalty.
Yeah, instead of being on the Neodesha 30, the Vikes are going to be on their own 29, it looks like. Tough break.
29-28. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, 43 yards.
At some point this half, I bet you Coach Schaube will dial up that screen pass again that the Vikings have ran so effectively this year. It would have worked to perfection in the first half. Henson just couldn't quite hang on to it. First down, it's a running play. Henson gets tripped up, otherwise that was going to be a really nice gain. Instead, it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup. We have exactly 1 minute to go in the third quarter. It's been a good one. It's been quite a battle all night long. Vikings leading Neodesha 14-6. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line, so this will be 2nd and 7 for the Vikes. This chances may end up being the last play of the third quarter, unless it's a pass. Keep it on the ground to Henson, and he's up to the 40 for a first down, falls forward for about the 42. Nice run by Chandler Henson. Nice job by the Viking offensive line.
Their penalty, or are they just telling Coach something? Nope.
I don't see a flag anywhere, but
yeah, it's going to go the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think the Vikings are just going to be content with letting the clock run down. Still 13 seconds on the game clock, but I don't think they're going to try to get another play off. So that's going to wrap it up for quarter number 3 with your score. Parsons 14, Neodesha 6. We'll be back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute. This is Viking football on V93.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Yard quarterback keeper by White, which happened to be his only snap at quarterback.
0 yards passing for either team in the third quarter.
Okay, we'll see if either team starts to put it through the air a little bit more. You would think Neodesha would be the more likely team to do it. They obviously have the quarterback and the receivers to throw the ball. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. Direct snap to Henson. He's at the 45 and all the way out to the 49. I think that was how the play was designed. I couldn't tell. It almost looked like maybe Houck was faking a bad snap and the direct snap went to Henson, or could have been a busted play. Either way, it worked out pretty well for the Vikes with a gain of about 6 yards up to the 49.
Yeah, we'll take it.
2 receivers to the near side for the Vikes. Houck from the shotgun takes the snap.
Oh,
Sidearm pass to Schultz for the first down. He got hit hard and somehow hung onto the ball, and it is a first down for the Vikes in Neodesha territory at the Blue Streak 44.
They were not expecting that.
That was a great sidearm pass, very accurate, and then, man, it was a big hit, and Schultz was able to hang on to it.
Yeah, he's a tough kid.
So now Schultz will be in the slot. Ford split wide left.
Forbes, I think.
And yeah, I think you're right. Forbes split wide right for the Vikings. Clock on the move. 10:55 to go in the game. It's just a 1-possession ball game. Vikes leading at 14-6. This would be a huge win for the Vikes in district play if they can hang on here. Henson is going to be swallowed up. There are about 3 or 4 guys in the backfield instantaneously.
Yeah,
as soon as he got the handoff, he was bottled up, and it's a loss of about 2 or 3. Puts the ball back to the Viking, or rather to the Neodesha 47. Second and long coming up for Parsons. Sean O'Banion lines up at tight end. Wyatt Schultz split to the near side. It is a pass play. And it's caught by Ford, and I think if he didn't step out of bounds and a flag at the end, it might have been a horse collar. And if so, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, which would put the ball inside the 20-yard line. That's either a horse collar, maybe a face mask.
That's a 15-yard catch plus a 15-yard penalty.
Almost certainly has to be a 15-yard penalty. Still waiting for the head referee to give us the signal. Oh, they're going to pick up the flag. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, ball still a first down for the Vikes at the Neodesha 31. Vikings looking for their first points of the second half. Leading the Blue Streaks 14-6. Houck from the shotgun. Takes the snap, handoff to Henson. Henson follows his lead blocker and gets down inside the 30, down to around the 26 or 27-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm blocked out by the post. I can't see the ball.
Yeah, then they're going to mark him at the 26.
Okay.
So gain of
6, maybe? Close, 5.5, 6?
Yep. So we'll call it second down and 4. Again, Schultz and Ford come here to the near side for the Vikes. Houck and Henson and the rest of the offense look over to the sideline for the play. 2nd and 4 for the Vikes. 9 minutes to go in our game. Vikes leading Neodesha by 8. Hinson gets tripped up. That was a nice defensive play by the Blue Streaks.
I don't think there's any gain on the play.
Great tackle by Javante White. He's a wide receiver on the offensive side of the ball. In fact, he's the guy who scored the lone Neodesha touchdown when he checked in as quarterback for one play. Punched it in from 1 yard out on the quarterback keeper. So now we have a stoppage in play because I think it's White that is down.
Injured player.
So he made the great tackle, but now he is injured, unfortunately. So we have a stoppage in play. 8:43 to go in the game. Vikes lead at 14-6. They'll be facing 3rd and about 4 when we return. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking football on V93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
Welcome back, everybody. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. Good news for the Blue Streaks as Javante White was able to get up, walk off the field under his own power. Big play coming up in this ball game. 3rd and 4 for the Vikes from the Neodesha 26-yard line. Vikes leading this contest 14-6. 8:35 to go in our ball game. Houck looks over the defense. He's in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Hinson. Goes over the middle. He's got Schultz, but he just barely missed him.
Oh, man, that was close.
Another missed opportunity by the Vikes because Schultz had his man beat.
If he just put a little air on that.
Yeah, Schultz would have been able to run underneath it. So now, big play for the Neodesha defense right here. Again, just a one-possession game at 14-6. 4th and 4 for the Vikes from the Blue Streak 26. See what Coach Scheibe wants to dial up here. Houck takes the snap. It's going to be a running play. Hinson looking for the edge. Falls forward to the 20-yard line. He's going to be a little bit short, I believe.
I think he got it.
Well, I take that back. He only needed to get to the 21, and it is spotted at the 21. I was thinking he had to get to the 20-yard line, but it looks like a first down. But a hold on the Vikings, Tony.
Oh, no.
A hold on the Vikings, so take the first down away. And Vikes will still go for it, I'm sure. But my goodness. Tony, just having the first down, they would have been in a position to run at least a few more minutes off the clock, even if they didn't score. And now they're going to back them all the way up to the 36-yard line. And they need to get to
21.
To the looks like about the 21-yard line. So it's
4th and 15.
4th and 15. We'll see if Coach Scheibe loves that little screen pass. So we'll see what the Vikings come up with. Neodesha is now the Vikes, I think, just burned a timeout. That is their second timeout used here in the second half, so only one remaining for the Vikes. 8:05 to go in the game. Vikes lead at 14-6, and while there's a break in the action, we'll give one final shout out to all our sponsors bringing you Viking football in 2025. We want to say thank you to Labette Health, Bartlett Co-op, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Labette Community College, Elm Haven Nursing Home and Woodridge Estates, Tank Connection, Clemens Insurance Agency, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Newland, Gilmore and Ray, Parsons District Schools, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Wood Insurance Center, Roy's Auto Service, Bowen Pharmacy, Parsons Educational Foundation, Labette Bank, Snyder Lawn Care, SEK Orthopedic, Doctors Mosier and Meister, and Idea Tech bringing you Viking football in 2025. So Tony, 4th and 15, and not like you actually have the whole playbook at your disposal in that kind of a situation. So we'll just Coach Scheibe's pretty crafty. We'll see what he comes up with, see if the Vikings can pull a rabbit out of the hat here and get a big first down.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe Schultz across the middle.
Yep.
Maybe even Largen or O'Banion.
Here we go, and Vikes do a little pooch kick instead on 4th down. And it's going to take a great roll inside the 10 and down to around the 8 or the 9. Going to be down at the 8-yard line. Man, great play, great kick. And now Neodesha just down by 1 score, but they'll have to march 92 yards. And then they'll need a 2-point conversion on top of it. But Tony, they have shown the ability.
Yeah,
they can put together a good drive. We've seen it all night long.
At this point in the game, they've got 50 more total yards than the Vikings.
So we'll see. I think the Viking defense can come up with a big turnover here. Running play on 1st down. Short gain out just across the 10, 2 or 3 yards. 7:40 to go in the game. Neodesha has all 3 timeouts remaining. The Vikings have 1. It's an 8-point lead for the Vikes. Gabbert checks in for the Viking defense. Lachlan Roebuck split to the near side. 2nd and 7 coming up. Little misdirection play. And there may have been a fumble. It looked like there was. And there is that turnover.
Wow.
They tried to run some sort of counter play, and there was miscommunication. I think Cameron White was not able to get the handoff cleanly from the quarterback. And, man, Tony, that was the break the Vikings have been waiting for all night long. They are only 6 yards away. Maybe 6.5 from the end zone.
They got to punch this in.
7:10 left in the game.
I'd go Chandler Henson, Chandler Henson, Chandler Henson.
Again, both of the Viking first half touchdowns came off turnovers, so we'll see if they can do it again. And yeah, here we go with that jumbo formation. 1st and goal for the Vikes from the Neodesha 6. There's the snap. Henson in trouble, but he gets away from a man, and he's into the end zone. Great piece of running by Chandler Henson. It only took 1 play, and the Vikings lead it 20-6 with 7 minutes to go in our ball game.
I thought he was going to pitch it back to Houck.
Yeah,
he
it
stopped
looked
and
very
turned,
strange. It looked
and
like
then he took off running.
Almost looked like a busted play, but and despite that, he went in untouched. So
wow.
That's going to send, I believe, a few Neodesha fans to the exits, Tony.
Yeah, I think I see a few heading that way.
Reel out for his 3rd extra point attempt. Kick is on the way, and it's perfect. 7:04 to go in the ball game. Vikes 21, Neodesha 6. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking football on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Shea, so main thing here, Tony, don't let Neota Shea have a big play on special teams.
Yep. No penalties.
And no penalties. Neota Shea, boy, they have, it's incredible that they only have 6 points on the board because they have moved the ball really well tonight, but some untimely penalties, a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, they're over 250 yards of offense and just the 6 points.
Different kicker this time, it looks like, for the Vikes. Short kick, going to be fielded about the 24, then fumbled and covered up at about the 28 by Terrence Lowry, I believe, for Neota Shea.
I think it was Dylan Hazen.
And Dylan Hazen was the kicker.
Yep.
So 7 minutes, 1 second to play. Vikings can just hold on here. They will have their second win in district play. They'll even their season record up at 3-3. Neota Shea only one loss on the season. They're 4-1 and 1-0 in district play right now. And they can throw the ball, Tony. You'd have to think they're going to be airing it out the rest of the way, down 15 with 7 minutes to go. Leck, sure enough, he wants to throw on first down, and it's caught for a first down across the 40 to the 43. That big receiver, Javante White, who is just a junior. Their other receiver, Roebuck, he's just a junior. They're going to be tough next year, Tony.
Yeah.
Quarterback is just a sophomore.
They're going to be a handful.
So 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks from their own 43. They're huddling up. They're probably going to have to think about going no huddle here, down 15 points with 6:40 to go.
This extra 20 seconds is not good.
From the pistol, Leck to throw. Pump fake, he wants to go deep, and it's intercepted.
Ford
has it at the 40, 45, 50. He wants to cut back. Gets around one man. He's looking for the edge, can't find it. He's at the 40 and taken down there. And a flag comes in late. That'll be after the interception.
I don't know who it was on.
So either somebody said something. I don't know if it was a Viking or a Blue
Henson
Streak.
and White are hugging it out at the 40, so
we'll see. They're pointing towards Parsons. I don't know. It may end up being offsetting.
Might have been just some stuff said.
I don't know what signal that was. But
just a dead ball foul, I think is what they called it.
So interception by Ford with 6:15 to go. So that 15-yard penalty will push it back into Viking territory.
Well, Andre Ford having a great game.
Yeah, he really has.
Because he had another tipped ball when he was defending White that almost got intercepted. Yeah, he's had a pretty good game. And he's just a sophomore.
Tony, that's 3 interceptions for the Vikes, 1 forced fumble. They've turned Neota Shea over on downs a few times, so that's really the difference in the game. Would be all the turnovers by Neota Shea. 1st and 10 for Parsons. They can just grind it out on the ground here. And sure enough, they give it to Henson. He's into the secondary. It's at the 40. And did he lose? I think the ball popped free. I think Neota Shea grabbed it out of the air. Yep, sure enough, it's a turnover.
Wow.
That's the one thing the Vikings did not want to have happen. That negates a great run by Henson.
16-yard run.
Well, it's not quite over yet. 6:07 to go in the game. Vikes leading 21-6. Neota Shea will have the ball on their own 38.
Back-to-back plays with turnovers.
Blue Streak offense to the line of scrimmage. Roebuck is the receiver to the near side. They go with the I formation. I can't imagine they're going to run it, but they do for no gain, maybe even a loss on the play.
Wow, that's surprising.
Under 6 minutes to go. They have all 3 timeouts. And even though they had thrown an interception, I would think you just got to keep putting the ball in the air. I'm looking to see, yeah, White is out there. He's their biggest target, Javante White.
Yeah, he's on the far side.
He's quite a bit bigger than Ford, who's been guarding him most of the night. This time they're coming down to the near side. Look out, it's underthrown, and another interception.
That's Jakari Green.
Green to the 40, 45, 50. He is still on his feet. He's down to the 30 and hit from behind.
Wow, what an interception.
Jakari Green.
Wow.
It's another interception for the Vikes.
That 4?
That is the 4th interception.
Two by Chandler Henson. 1 by Ford, 1 by Green. We got Sean O'Banion got banged up on that return, I think.
Yep, we have an injured Viking right around the 40-yard line. Clock stopped. 5:20 to go in the game. Vikes leading at 21-6. Waiting to see. He's definitely in a little bit of pain, Tony. So.
Yeah, anytime you get like a big wall of guys running full speed, anything can happen.
Yep.
I think he's okay, though.
I think he's going to be. Coach is hovering over him, just giving him a few seconds here to
catch his breath, I think.
Vikings just 5 minutes, 20 seconds away from their 3rd victory of the year. Again, Vikes will be traveling way up north to Atchison next Friday night. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you that broadcast. And now the Viking player on his feet. And sure enough, it was O'Banion.
He's a tough kid.
Yeah, he's not feeling great, but he's gonna.
he's fine enough to get off the field on his own.
He's gonna walk over to the bench. Might be done for the night, but he deserves a rest. Along with the rest of the Vikings, they've been playing hard tonight. Again, we've talked a lot about that bend but don't break mentality. They only gave up the 1 touchdown to Neodesha. At least 5 turnovers for us, and that does not count all the times the turnovers on downs.
There's been at least 3 or 4 of those. So
as far as they haven't been, they haven't shut the offense down as far as yardage goes, but yeah, they've forced a ton of turnovers tonight. So we're ready for more action. Vikes have it 1st and 10 from their own 25, or I'm sorry, from the Neodesha 25. Running play to Henson. He's at the 20-yard line and powers forward all the way to the 15. That's probably enough for a 1st down. Vikes looking to put the proverbial nail in the coffin here with one more score. 1st and 10 from the Blue Streak 14-yard line.
And Henson well over 100 yards now on the night. So another good night for Chandler Henson.
Yeah, Coach Scheibe always says he's the heartbeat of the 2025 Vikings. From the shotgun, Houck takes the snap, hands off to Henson, looking for the edge. He's at the 10, and then the 5. I think he's going to find the end zone. It's a touchdown. 14-yard touchdown scamper for Henson, and the Vikings are going to get this win over Neodesha tonight as they take a 27-6 lead with 4:32 to go in our ball game.
Yes, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Pretty good night.
So this will mean that the Vikings will have to wait and see how the other scores play out, but I don't really think it matters. I think if the Vikings go down to Columbus in or get a win here at Marvel Park against Columbus in 2 weeks, they will secure a home game for the playoffs.
No good.
That point after was a little low and off to the left, but it's still a 27-6 lead for the Vikes with 4.5 minutes to play. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Viking football on B93.
Labette Community College is meeting the...
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Once again, we're back live at Marvel Park. 4:32 to play in our ball game. Vikings have pulled away from Neodesha here in the fourth quarter. It was going into the fourth quarter. It was 14-6, just a one-score ball game at the Vikings with a couple of scores here in the fourth quarter. 6-yard run by Henson and a 14-yard run by Henson. A couple of interceptions by the Viking defense, and they enjoy a 27-6 lead. It's 4.5 minutes to go. End over end kick. Gets right by the would-be return man. I don't know if he ever touched it. It goes out of bounds at about the 11, and now they're going to throw the flag. They're going to get together and discuss, did it actually touch the return man? It may have gotten right through his legs.
I don't think he touched it because the ball didn't change trajectory at all.
Yeah, I agree with you. So if that's the case, it'll be good field position for the Blue Streaks. I'll go over and talk to the Neodesha coaching staff. See if they want to take the penalty or
can they have him re-kick? I don't know if that's an option or not.
Looks like they're going to just bring the ball out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Blue Streaks will take over 1st and 10. Now they back it up to the 30-yard line, Tony.
Yeah, I don't know where, when it goes out of bounds, it's like it's different every week.
So it looks like they have put Javonte White, the wide receiver, in at quarterback. And he's going to throw deep down the middle, and it is nearly intercepted by Schultz. He got hit.
Almost offensive pass interference.
Maxton Cole, I think, was the intended target, and he had to turn into a defensive back. Otherwise, Vikings were going to have interception number 5.
Yeah, Schultz was sitting there playing center field.
Yep.
Ready to catch that. I think if he wouldn't have been backpedaling and come forward, I think he would have intercepted it.
Yeah, Vikes with 3 interceptions here in the second half. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Streaks. White wants to throw again, rolls right, and ball is dropped. Had a man open at the 35, went right through his hands. Cameron White was the intended target. So now 3rd and 10 coming up for the Blue Streaks. Reality starting to set in for Neodesha. They're going to suffer their 2nd loss of the season, and they will drop to 1-1. in district play. Meanwhile, the Vikings will improve to 3-3 on the year and 2-1 in district play. Vikings on the road at Atchison next week, and 2 weeks from tonight we'll be right back here at Marvell Park as the Vikings host the Columbus Titans.
Senior night.
Senior night, that's right. White to throw, and he overshot Cameron White, so now 4th down. And did Neodesha bother going for it on 4th and 10, or did they punt it away? I don't know if they've punted all night, Tony, unless it was way back in the first half.
I'm trying to think if they did.
They were in a lot of.
I don't think they did. I think
they
every time they got into their territory and they just kept going for it.
So jack of all trades, Javante White, wide receiver, quarterback, and now punter, will be kicking it away from his own 20-yard line. Good snap. He gets off a great kick. Great kick.
He's got an arm and a foot.
Henson fields it and has a nice return up to about the 45-yard line.
I think this is about the time of game is where I'd pull Chandler Henson out of the game.
Yep.
There's no sense in getting him injured on this last 4 minutes when you're up by 3 touchdowns.
Yep, 4:05 to go in the game. Vikes leading at 27-6.
I know they have 3 timeouts, but you just run the ball 3 times and punt it away if you have to. I mean, there's no sense in getting your star players injured.
Viking offense a little slow getting me out of the huddle. I think the play clock may have already started.
Yeah, they're definitely going to delay a game here. I don't think they care.
They're going, and some of the guys are running to the wrong spot on the field.
Yeah,
they're going to have to.
Kane Leon's in there at running back.
They're going to. I think the Vikings just burned their last time out to avoid the 5-yard penalty. So, not really. I don't know if there's a bunch of new personnel out there, maybe, but Vikings had to burn their last time out. So 4:05 to go in the ball game. Parsons leads at 27-6. We'll just take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking football on V93.
Here's a bright idea: streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Welcome back, everybody. Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you for the final 4 minutes. The Vikings leading it 27-6 over Neodesha. Vikes have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 44. Running play to the near side. Boy, nice run across midfield all the way down to the 45-yard line.
Kane
Leon running hard.
Yeah, he's a fast little running back. I've announced the public address announcer for the JV, and he's tough. He runs hard.
Yeah, that was an impressive run.
Yeah,
by the 5'6" sophomore. Only 140 pounds, but man, yeah, he does run hard.
Yeah, he's quick.
Looks like they have most of their starters in. Said Henson on the sideline. Bad snap. Nice job by Houck just to save the, and now we've got a flag thrown. Houck takes a big hit off the busted play. But he did the right thing. Was able to bring in the bad snap and then just took off running.
Yeah, I put Heitman in here. There's no sense in having Houck take a shot like that. That's a lineman falling with all his weight right on your chest.
And then I think one of the offensive linemen trying to save his quarterback was guilty of the hold after the errant snap. So that moves the ball back to the Viking 43-yard line. Down to 3:20 to go in the game, 27-6. Pretty good chance Neodesha may not even burn any of their timeouts because this game is just gonna be out of reach now unless something exceptionally bizarre happens. And it is Heitman out there. First and about 21 for the Vikings from their own 43. They give it to Leon, and he gets thrown down hard. No gain on the play.
Like Isaiah Pacheco, he just bounces back up and runs back to the huddle. You know, he's got a lot of energy. Wow. Wish I had half that energy, Scott. Man.
Blue Streaks, sure enough, doesn't look like they're going to bother spending any of their 3 timeouts. Just letting that clock run down to about 2:28. Schultz in the slot. Now he's going to come out. It's going to be more of a stacked formation. Schultz and Ford. Heitman takes the snap to Leon. Boy, he bounces to the outside. He's out to the 50 and down to the 49-yard line. And like you said, Tony just bounces right back up, ready for the next play.
Yep.
So 3rd and long coming up for the Vikes. 3rd and about 13. 3rd and 14, we'll call it.
Yeah, it's going to take it inside a minute and a half before they run this play.
Yep. So 3rd and 14 for the Vikes. They're at the Neodesha 49. They need to get down to the 35. Vikes being very patient. Great win for the Vikes. It wasn't easy. This was a 1-possession game going into the 4th quarter.
I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous when they made it 14-6 because it was looking the momentum was shifted to them.
Heitman hands it off to Leon. He finds a hole and gets up to right around the original line of scrimmage from where this drive started, around the 45-yard line. See if the Vikings want to kick it away here. They could even run it. They could even run the play clock all the way down, take a delay a game if they want. They are in no hurry. And I think everybody appreciates Neodesha not burning any of their timeouts because some coaches, if they have them, they're going to use them.
Yep.
But we're down to 50 seconds. Vikes just now came out of the huddle. We'll see if they get this 4th down play off. They do bring the offense up to the line of scrimmage.
If Mike Kroll was coaching for them, they would take all 3 timeouts. I can guarantee
They are going to throw deep, and it is going to be incomplete. And that will be a turnover on downs. Neodesha will take over with about 32 seconds to go in our ball game. And we'll see if they bother running a play or if they just take a knee, say enough is enough. Well, Henson's going to be out there on defense, Tony.
Wow. I would not let him step out on that field. There's no way. 32 seconds up by 21. It's just, I don't know. I know he wants to be out there. It's just I don't know. I don't like it.
So 32 seconds left. Vikings are going to win this one. From the pistol. It's a running play. Decent gain into Viking territory. And then a late hit, and he didn't. He just couldn't pull. He just couldn't pull up in time. He just simply could not pull up in time. It was Leon.
He's out of the game. That's a second.
Yeah, that was not intentional. I know the Neodesha crowd not happy with it, but he clearly just couldn't stop his momentum. Really no malicious intent at all, but that said, it was the right call by the official. Definitely the right call by the official to go ahead and throw the flag. So that gets Neodesha down to the 30-yard line with 26 seconds to go in our ball game. This will give them a chance to get on the board again, Tony, because now they can probably just take a few cracks to the end zone if they want. Tate Leck gets the offense up to the line of scrimmage. McCoy Cody, the lone running back, They are going to throw. Leck to the right and nearly intercepted. That would have been interception number 5. Huckabee was the intended target that time. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 10 for the Blue Streaks from the Viking 30. 27-6 is your score. Vikings on top. They will improve to 3-3 on the year, while Neodesha drops to 4-2. More importantly, Vikes will now be 2-1 in district play, while the Blue Streaks will fall to 1-1. Tate Leck, the sophomore quarterback, looks over the defense. He wants to throw. Plenty of time, and overshot his man out in the flat. So now 3rd down. $15 seconds to go in our ball game. Tony, we'd probably be packing up the equipment by now if we hadn't had that unfortunate 15-yard penalty, because I think Neodesha probably just would have taken a knee.
Yep.
But they got close enough to the end zone. They want to take a couple of cracks at the end zone. Instead, they go with a running play. I'm a little bit surprised by that. And they're not going to run another play. They're just going to let the clock run out. 3 seconds to go. 2-1, and the Vikings have knocked off the Neodesha Blue Streaks by a final score of 27-6. We'll step away for a 3-minute commercial break and be back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. You're listening to Viking football on B93.
Discover what you've been missing in Parsons, Kansas. Curious Minds Discovery Zone, a children's museum that inspires a love of learning, with hands-on exhibits for all ages to imagine, create, learn, and discover. Kids enjoy looking through microscopes, building on our magnetic ball run wall, creative play in our doctor's office or grocery store, and lots more. Discover, explore, Parsons, Kansas.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Here's a bright idea. Make sure you put your pants on before leaving the house. Sure, it seems simple, but sometimes simple doesn't happen. At IdeaTech, we think it's simple to have real people who live in Kansas helping customers. We understand that not everyone in our industry agrees. Then again, not everyone puts on pants before they leave the house. We think it's important to get the simple things right. Putting our pants on and providing local customer service. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
In 2003, Tank Connection founders envisioned a Southeast Kansas-based company dedicated to innovating bolted storage tanks, offering superior products and services through a customer-focused team. 2 decades later, and products in 64 countries and on 6 continents, this vision endures. Tank Connection employee owners are dedicated to a future where their shared purpose brings empowered realities to as many lives as possible.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field, in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
Life is about movement, and the human body is like any high-performance machine. When miles add up, parts wear down, and that's when pain begins, and here's where it ends. At Labette Health, our nationally recognized orthopedic and sports medicine surgeons use advanced techniques to reduce recovery times and relieve pain for miles to come. Feel like new again at Labette Health in Parsons, Kansas. For more information, go to labettehealth.com.
27-6 tonight, and Tony, like you said, statistically, other than the turnovers, pretty even tonight.
Unofficially, I had them 271, us 269.
Yeah, it's about as even as you can get.
I had them with 2 more yards than us, so yeah, if it wasn't for the turnovers, it could have been an interesting game. It could have went either way. Like I said, when it was 14-6 and they scored, I honestly was alone. I would even said it, even before they scored. I was like, if they can go down and score, it could get interesting.
Yeah.
And I was right. I mean, it could have got interesting, but Leck, he's a sophomore. He was just airing it out, just trying to make things happen. And what did he end up with? Five interceptions?
I'm trying to count at least 4. I'm trying to count them
up
right now. We've got one in the
Chandler Henson
one
had
in the
2.
second quarter. 1, 2.
Chandler Henson had 2.
Andre
Ford had 1.
I may have missed one.
Jakari Green had 1.
I'm counting 4, but I may have missed one.
I swear it was 5.
It was 4 or 5 interceptions. The Vikes also, recovered a fumble. Vikes turned the ball over a couple of times themselves. But, yeah, when you can win the turnover battle by, say, 3, I mean, that's that's huge at any level. And especially the Vikings, they made it count. I think every touchdown came off a turnover.
Yeah, Chandler Henson, he did have 2 fumbles he lost,
yeah,
but he also had 2 interceptions.
2 interceptions,
so that evens that out.
That's right.
And then he had 3 touchdowns and 153 yards.
Yeah.
So, 153 touchdowns.
It's like Coach Scheibe's almost up here.
Ho-hum now, after the 416, it's just like, 153 is nothing. So,
joined now by Viking head coach Jeff Scheibe. And Coach, big win for you guys tonight, 27-6, 3-3 on the year, 2-1 in district play. And Tony and I were talking just before you came up. Statistically, yards were almost even tonight, but at the end of the night, really, the difference in this game seemed to be the turnovers. You got several interceptions, a forced fumble, and I know you guys lost a couple of fumbles yourselves, but yeah, you guys definitely won the turnover battle.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't want to say the word disappointed, but I was disappointed in us not, stepping on them when we had a chance to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought easily that game could have been 28-0.
Yeah.
But we put the ball on the ground a few times and some costly penalties. So I thought early on we could have closed them out and 28-0 at halftime. But we let them hang around, got 14-6. I had to burn a timeout early in the second half, and
we saw that.
We noticed,
and light a fire under our guys because. And I even told them at halftime, too loose right now. The game is not over.
Yeah.
And we took that into the second half, and I just had to let them know that was unacceptable. And we did it. We got a stop right there, and then they got the ball back. I think next play, and we didn't do a very good job of protecting the football tonight, and that's one thing we're going to be working on. So, overall, though, I was really happy with the guys for, in the fourth quarter, putting a couple touchdowns on them right there and closing it out. And that's kind of what our style of play is. And we saw it with Baxter Springs, and we saw it again tonight where by the time the fourth quarter rolls around, nobody wants to tackle Chandler Henson. So
yeah,
that's the game plan. And 2 years ago we saw that with Jamarion Washington, and
Exactly.
That's the same plan we're going to utilize this year is make teams tackle Chandler Henson, Dakari Jones for 40 plays.
Right.
Or 30 plus at least. So.
Well, talk a little bit about that almost like a wishbone formation that we hadn't really seen before with one of your big linemen up there front, and then Jones and Henson both in the backfield. I know it worked to perfection there with Dakari Jones, I think, getting 38 yards the first time you did that.
Yeah, caught him a little off guard. We haven't shown it all season. I try to keep things like that for a little bit later on in the year. But people think since I'm a former quarterback that I like to just sling the ball around. My true identity is I like to ground and pound. And if we got the guys to do it, we're going to do it. So I feel like we do have the guys to do it, and we're going to put the ball on the ground and just we just need timely throws and execute those throws when we need to, and that's what Andrew Houck did tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say he continues to impress me. He just improves a little bit each week, and you guys don't throw the ball a lot. You are more of a running team, more ball control offense. But and you told me, before the season even began, how accurate he is in the short passing game, and then and yet I can see where it's going to be there at some point in some game where the deep ball is going to be available, and it's just a matter of when you decide to dial it up.
Yeah, with this particular team and this particular offense, I need a game manager, and I need somebody that can make timely throws. I don't need somebody that can throw the ball 45 yards. It'd be nice. No, don't get me wrong, but that's not what this team is. This team needs somebody that can throw hitches, that can throw slants, that can throw a comeback, that can throw a little quick speed out. That's what we need, and then maybe we can throw a seam across the middle and hit them with when they press coverage us, then we'll throw one over the top of them. But he does what we need, and that's why he's in that position right now.
And then let's talk about your defense. It was a different feel tonight for the defense because they've just been flat out dominant at times, a lot of times this year. And this, I don't know if it was the air attack or what that Neodesha brought to the field, but it almost had that bend but don't break mentality by your defense tonight. And even though they gave up some yards, turnover after turnover after turnover, they got those timely interceptions and a couple of fumble recoveries. And what do you think of your defense tonight?
There was a little bend but don't break, but let's be honest, Neodesha has some athletes.
Yes,
they have some
do.
Good football players. And hats off to them because they got some dudes that can make some plays.
And most of them are going to be back next
year.
Exactly.
They're young. They got I think quarterback sophomore, number 6 is a junior.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only one they're losing is Cole Ramey. But they got a lot of kids coming back, and they got a lot of athletes. And arguably better skill position guys, than a lot of teams we've seen so far this year. So
I agree.
Good football team. We held them to 6 points. So, but you're right. It was a little bit, but don't break. Our guys stepped up and made some plays in critical moments. Chandler Henson had a couple picks and a very headsy play to understand that there's only one guy around him, so he lateraled it back and we got 40 more yards or 30 more, whatever it was. But that's the kind of player he is. He's a high football IQ, and God, love to have him. I'm just thrilled to have him on our team.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. And one last thing, Coach, it looks like the kicking game continues to improve as well. I know a lot of times you weren't even sending a guy out for a point after attempt, and now three out of four tonight for real.
Yeah, I'm proud of Adam. He works hard, and I think that's what one of the frustrating things was throughout the beginning of the year is I know how hard Adam works, and it wasn't all on Adam. We didn't execute some things up front, but when it's a good snap, good hold, Adam's going to make I think 70 to 80% of them. So
that's good.
He did a good job, and he also did a good job on the kickoffs tonight. And we brought in Dylan Hazen for a couple there at the end, and Dylan did a really good job. He's got a nice little backspin on his kick.
Yeah,
and they fumbled
it's tricky
a couple times. Yeah,
but I'm proud of those guys because they work hard in practice, and I ride them a little hard because we need the ball kicked to particular guys, and we don't quite have the legs to kick it deep. So we're going to pinpoint it to guys we feel like, are either going to hop on the ball or not beat us on a – we just pick out guys that we want to kick the ball to, and they've done a good job of doing that.
Yeah. That's good.
Well, Coach, we're not going to skip over Atchison because we want to, but because it's not a district game. Just so I want to make sure our listeners understand, make sure Tony and I know what we're talking about. Columbus comes here 2 weeks. If we get a win against Columbus, we're hosting right in the postseason. We'll be 3-1 in district play if I'm doing the math right.
You are doing the math right, and honestly, we have a pretty good chance. We might have wrapped it up tonight, but obviously, if you beat Columbus, you guarantee it. But if we just take care of business, yes. But there is still a chance, even if something happens, that we still could.
Okay. That's good to know.
Based upon points, because then it would be a tie between several teams,
right?
Assuming Frontenac wins out, which I think is going to be the case, unless somebody snake bites them. But that should be. There's a good chance that we could have wrapped it up tonight, but we're going to, that doesn't mean anything, so we're going to continue to.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, I'm not even worried about Columbus. I'm worried about
you got
Atchison.
Yeah.
And
big challenge next week.
Big brother's in the house tonight. So that's my focus right now. Okay. Is Atchison. What Hinton end up with?
I had him a little over 150, 3 touchdowns.
2 interceptions.
Dakari Jones with about 100 or 45 with a touchdown, but only had 4 or 5 carries.
Yeah.
So right at 200 yards unofficially.
Yeah, I need to find a way to get him the ball a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, Coach, Atchison's a little too far north for Tony and I, so I'm hoping though that we'll have somebody there to do the radio broadcast. And either way, good luck. I know they kind of took it to us last year, and they were just an incredibly talented team, and I think you guys will fare better next week than you did last year against the Phoenix.
I do too. We'll use it as a little bonding trip, 3.5 hour drive. I'll see, but we might stop and eat somewhere on the way and let the kids bond a little bit. But yeah, it's such a long bus ride, it might break it up a little bit. So it's a 6 o'clock start, just FYI.
Okay, that's good to know.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good. They're gonna be a good football team, but again.
Yeah,
I want to keep their offense off the field, and I want to. That's the game plan.
Yeah,
going in is I want to utilize a lot of clock and grind out first downs, and again make them, play defense and keep their speedsters off the field.
Yeah, sounds like a recipe for success to me. So good luck next week, and we won't see you next week, but we will see you right back here at Marvell Park for senior night against Columbus.
Thank
Coach,
you guys.
Great job.
All right, appreciate it, fellas.
That was head coach Jeff Scheibe of the victorious Vikings, 27-6. They get the win over Neodesha to move to 3-3 on the year. Neodesha falls to 4-2. That's going to wrap it up for our Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. For Tony Fuentes and Brody Wright, and also Karen Hardesty back in the KLKC studios.